Hey everybody, CO Matthew6 here, and after getting interrupted twice while trying to do this recording, I'm really hoping third time's the charm here. This Let's Play Pokemon 2 of Pokemon Blue version. I will be taking you through Viridian Forest, and I will also be going through the second rival battle and what to expect and how to prepare for it and what Pokemon to have. Of course, you could just level grind your Pokemon up to level 12 and you should be fine. However, since I started with Squirtle, my opponent is going to be a level 8 Bulbasaur, and your rival will always be packing a level 9 Pidgey, who is actually the more threatening of the two. Especially if you're up against Bulbasaur, since his only attack other than Tackle and Growl is Leech Seed, which really won't do much at a low level like this. So if you're going up against a Charmander, what I suggest is to train your Bulbasaur up to level 12, make sure it gets Leech Seed. Leech Seed first, take an Ember, and then switch off to a strong Nidoran, or maybe a Spearow, even though it won't be able to take much. If you have a high enough Rattata, you could use Quick Attack, and that could do some damage. A level 7 or 8 Pidgey also helps if you have Sand Attack to lower his accuracy. If you're up against a Squirtle as a Charmander, is not as threatening because Squirtle's more of a defensive Pokemon as opposed to an offensive. However, you still have to take care, and what the same strategies that apply to Charmander apply to Squirtle. Pidgey with Sand Attack is good. Rattata with Quick Attack is good. Your starter, if your Charmander's high enough level, can maybe just out-scratch it, even though that Squirtle is going to be getting a super effective boost. Now, what I'm doing here is trying to figure out what's going on with the lack of potions in the Viridian Mart. I had forgotten that there aren't any, which really pisses me off because I expected there to be some potions that I could just buy and just epically rape my rival with. However, that doesn't happen, and now what I do is catch this Rattata. And this Rattata is the first Pokemon that I have caught the entire game. So I'm going to nickname it something appropriate, Scrub, because that's what kind of Pokemon Rattata is. It is a piece of shit, and you should not be using it for any means other than the means I just told you to use it for. It does get Hyper Fang at a pretty early level, and Quick Attack at level 7. So that might be helpful, but over the long run, Rattata is going to suck, and I advise not using it. However, what I'm going to do now is catch the Spearow, because Spearow does not in any way, shape, or form suck, except for the fact that it has 0 defenses and a really shitty stab attack. However, its really shitty stab attack is pretty strong at level 4, or level 3. And what I'm trying to do now is just kill some more Pokemon, level up my Squirtle just a bit more. I actually kind of want to catch this Nidoran female, but if it's not going to let me, then so be it. Tail Whip here, Tackle here. That should be enough to send it into a decent enough zone where I could catch it, no problem. There we go. Alright, so what I have to do now is go heal up and get ready for this rival battle. So instead of trying to train Spearow in Route 1 or Route 2, the best thing to actually train Spearow is to go straight to the Viridian Forest, because at the forest you will be able to face off against bug types, and as we all know, flying types are good against bug types. So you can do super effective damage with Peck. Unfortunately for Pidgey, it doesn't actually get a stab until level... I don't actually know when Pidgey gets Wing Attack, because I've never actually caught a Pidgey in Pokemon Blue. I assume it's somewhere in the mid-teens because Wing Attack is a pretty strong stab attack for Pidgey or Pidgeotto to have. So I assume it comes later just because of its effectiveness. So now I'm facing off my first trainer battle, and he sends out a Weedle. I send out Spearow. Even though I'm lower level, I'm getting super effective damage, even though he gets a poison off of me, which is okay. And then he sends out Caterpie, which isn't really going to do much either, but he gets a crit, and I think I'm going to die here. But thankfully, I get a crit, and I level up to level 5, which is just awesome. And then my Spearow, unfortunately, is going to faint because the poison damage, you lose HP every step, you lose HP every 4 steps you take. So that's really bad. I didn't have any antidote, so Spearow unfortunately fainted. Thankfully, this isn't a Nuzlocke, so I'm just going to use all my Pokemon. I may or may not be doing a Nuzlocke in the future for a Pokemon game, but really all I'm concerning about is just clearing this game. I know you guys watch my videos, and I just want to get through this as fast and as seamless as possible. Where I am currently is in the Celadon Rocket Warehouse or whatever. I have 4 badges and I have a bunch of Pokemon. I have 6 Pokemon. I'm using 6. But I'm not going to spoil which Pokemon I'm using, except for Squirtle. Of course, I'm still going to use Squirtle. Wartortle, I'm sorry. So now I finally get to face off against my rival, and he's using Pidgey, he's gusting me, he's sand attacking me, he's being a real bitch. Thankfully, this bubble right here gets a nice speed drop, which is good, because I get to go first now, and Bubble is doing some serious damage. Even though Pidgey's Gust is doing more, because I don't know what's up with Pidgey, but apparently it's pretty strong, and Gust is a strong attack, and I feel stupid for not catching a Pidgey. Even though he doesn't get any, even though Gust in this game is a normal type attack, and I don't even know when he gets flying type attack. So he's just gusting me. I think I'm going to die. Thankfully, I have 1 potion left. So I get to heal all 20 HP. And he sand attacks, and he misses, thank God. And this bubble right here is going to be in... Nope. He has 1 HP left, and he hits me with a sand attack. So that's really gay. And then I miss with Bubble, and he uses sand attack again. So I just need 1 hit, and I get the KO. And boom, there we go. And now both Spearow and Squirtle are going to get enough experience for a level up, which is really nice. Neither of them get moves, but it doesn't matter because Spearow is pretty strong at this point in the game. And he's going to be able to take out this Bulbasaur with little to no problems at all. So all I gotta do here is use a couple of pecks. I'm faster because Bulbasaur is slow as shit. And he's just using Growl. He can't even do anything to me. Peck again. I think he's going to go with another Growl unless he uses Tackle. But he uses Growl, and that's not even doing much. I'm still going to be able to 4-hit. As you can see here. He does go for the lead seed here, but it doesn't even matter because Peck is going to be able to finish it off, and Spear is going to get a lot of experience, and I'm going to get some cash for beating this loser over here. And he says I lucked out, and I did kind of luck out with that speed drop, but otherwise it was a pretty fair fight. I don't think I hacked him at all other than that. He did get some accuracy hacks with the sand attack, but all I got to do now is go to the center, heal up my Pokemon, and then head over to the Viridian Forest, where I will be having my first experience with actual trainers and not just my rivals. My Spearow is going to do a lot there because Spearow is at the point where he can do damage to all these bug types, and the super effective damage really racks up. He's going to be able to 2-hit pretty much anything except for maybe a Metapod or Kakuna that's gotten quite a few defense boosts with Harden, their one and only move. And Viridian Forest is also the place where I will be able to catch a Caterpie, which then I can evolve into a Butterfree, and then be able to catch an Abra, because Sleep Powder puts Abra to sleep, and it won't be able to teleport, and I can whittle down its HP and get a bonus for having the sleeping effect. So now I'm just looking for items. I think there's a hidden item over here. I guess there's not. Even though I'm checking, I'm not finding anything. I'm trying to find a battle. Oh, it's a Nidoran male. I gotta catch that thing, because Nidoran male is fucking awesome. Sorry, ladies, but I prefer the male version of Nidoran as opposed to the female version because it hits harder. As they both have around the same defense. Nidoran female has slightly higher defense, but Nidoran male gets a stronger set of moves in addition to getting Thrash, which is a really cool move. Oh, I'm sorry, that's what Nidoking gets at level 23. And it also gets a stronger Earthquake and a faster Earthquake. Nidoking is the second fastest stab Earthquake in the game, the first one being Dugtrio out of all fully evolved Pokemon. And when Nidorino evolves into Nidoking, he gets a part ground type in addition to the poison typing. And the poison typing on Nidoran and Nidorino are actually really good. And Nidorina, I should say. Both Nidorans and then Nidorina and Nidorino are really good in this early part of the game because there's a bunch of Weedle using Poison Sting. And see right here, I get poisoned again, and I take out the Weedle. So the thing is, they have an innate resistance to poison. So that's really good since you can just tank hits all day. And poison types also cannot get poisoned. So it can just tank attacks and then just fuck shit up to these Weedle and Kakuna and Butterfree. I'm sorry, not Butterfree, Beedrill. Butterfree actually fuck up Nidoran because Butterfree gets Confusion at a pretty early level. I want to say level 12. And here it is, the Caterpie that I have been dying to catch. And boom, there is the Caterpie, which I needed because I need a Butterfree as for the aforementioned Abra. So Nidoran is a very strong catch. I think I'm going to keep it because I've never used a Nidoking throughout a run through the original game, or any game for that matter, because I think there's always been better Pokemon. But Weedle's actually really... I'm sorry, not Weedle. There's a Weedle on my screen. Nidoran is actually really good because it gets a solid move pool that you can get from TMs. Pretty good stats, not going to lie. And in addition, it also gets some other stuff like Double Kick or Thrash and some other stuff. So that's all good. So that's all well and good. What really upsets me is that Nidoking doesn't get Dig. And if it got Dig, that would be awesome. But I'm at the end of the episode, so I'm going to tell you to tune into the next one. And I am out because I am all out of time. This was 11 minutes. Peace.